We begin our meditations this week with Psalm 13, where David asks, "How long, O Lord?" I feel like he took the words right out of my mouth. We've been seeing COVID cases increasing and deaths increasing and lockdowns being extended, and we're wondering, when is it going to end? In the last year, we've lost so much that we've taken for granted normally, from the ability to just meet family and friends, to random conversations with strangers or friends in the bus or on campus, to even the blessing of not having to keep worrying about our friends' safety. We've lost people we know and love, and we've retreated into a world where most human interaction needs to be planned, but also with all the confusion around, it's so hard to plan anything. So in the middle of all of this, one of the things that we want so much is some certainty. We want to know, when will this end? When will we be able to go back to living normally again? And so I cry with David, "How long, O Lord?" But there's also another question that David is asking. He's asking, "Will you forget me forever?" And although I don't always admit it, that's a question that's been on my mind too. Has God abandoned us in the middle of all this? Has He forgotten about what we need? And I hear echoes of this in the voice of my friend, a medical student who sees the suffering of people for whom private healthcare is not even a remote option. I hear it in the tired voice of another friend after months of late night project work on Zoom, who says, "Akka, if I see another Zoom link, I'm going to get very angry." Every time someone we've prayed for dies instead of getting better, I wonder, God, are you listening? Is there any point in praying to you? And so we come back to David's prayer, and I expect him to pray like I'm praying, for an end to his situation, for victory over his enemies. But he doesn't. Instead, he prays, "Consider and answer me, O Lord my God. Enlighten my eyes." It seems that instead of praying for a change in his situation, he's praying to know that God is there in it with him. More than a change of circumstance, it seems to be a change of perspective that he wants. And I think I would like that too. Not just an optimistic fix where we learn to look on the bright side of things and ignore the bad things that are happening, but to see things as they really are, and to see and know the God who is in control and who keeps weaving His purposes out of all the things that happen to us, good, bad, and ugly. And one thing that confuses me but also gives me hope is that this God who is in control is someone who has tasted anguish and abandonment. He's the one who from the cross cries out, my God, why have you abandoned me?" And so when we cry out from overcrowded hospital rooms or in front of empty kitchen shelves, behind impersonal computer screens, or in balconies and bathrooms where our families can't hear us, we are echoing the cry of God Himself. And so maybe rather than being abandoned by God in the middle of our suffering, it is there that He fully reveals Himself to us. Maybe it's in the middle of our sorrow, our fear, our pain, our anxiety, that we really see who God is. And because of this, I can say with David, "You have dealt bountifully with me." Not just fairly, but bountifully. Because I know that even when things are hard, even when situations don't change, that you are with me, God, in the middle of this. That you have not abandoned me to my circumstances or to my own keeping. Because of this, I can keep going on until the day when you wipe every tear from our eyes and banish pain and sorrow and death forever.
Hear my cry, O God.